Good afternoon. This is Lunchtime News on TV1. Before we head into our stories in detail, let us start off with a look at headlines.
The GMOA questions the actions of the Secretary to the Ministry of Development Strategies and International Trade, headed by Minister Malik Samaruwikrama. Visiting Japanese Defence Minister holds talks with the State Minister of Defence Ruwan Wijewardena. 8 suspects involved in organised crimes arrested in Kandy. 18th Asian Games enters its third day today.
On to those stories in detail. The Police Special Task Force arrested 8 people connected to organised crimes.
The STF had seized 5 firearms, 5 swords, 16 bullets and narcotics from the possession of the suspects. Among them was one who was leading the large-scale cannabis supply ring in Kandy. All the suspects are between the ages of 30 and 45 and are residents from Kandy and Katargama. The STF is carrying out further investigations.
Japanese Defence Minister Itsunori Onodera arrived in the country on a 2-day official visit. This is incidentally the first ever visit of a Japanese Defence Minister to Sri Lanka. The visiting Japanese Defence Minister met with State Minister of Defence Ruwan Wijewardena this morning. According to the duty officer at the Bandaranaike International Airport, the Defence Minister and his group arrived in the country on UL-196 from India. Chief of Defence Staff Admiral Ravindra Wijegunaratne and the Ambassador of Japan in Sri Lanka, H.E. Kenichi Sanguma, at the Bandaranaike Airport. On to your weather forecast for the upcoming hours over the island. Now, the Department of Meteorology says there is a possibility for afternoon thunder showers in northern, north central, over and eastern provinces during the next few days. The department added light showers may occur in central and Sabaragamuwa provinces and in the Kalutara district. Fairly strong gusty winds up to 40 to 50 kilometers per hour can be expected over the island, particularly in central, northwestern, southern, Sabaragamuwa and western provinces and in Badulla and Batticaloa districts. Still in local news. The special trial at bar set up to hear cases of financial fraud and other major crimes including misappropriation of public funds was declared open today. It is now located at the building which earlier housed the Colombo Traffic Court. The special trial at bar will Ratna. In more local news now, a ship belonging to the Japanese Maritime Self-Defense Force arrived in Sri Lanka.
The Japanese naval ship Ikazuchi docked at the port of Trincomalee, making a 3-day official goodwill visit. The ship was accorded a traditional naval welcome upon its arrival at the eastern port by the Sri Lankan Navy. Deputy Area Commander of Eastern Naval Command, Commodore Nandan Jayaratne, was also present on this occasion. The mission commander of the ship, Captain Ryo Azuma, accompanied by the commanding officer and other officers, paid a courtesy call on Commander Eastern Naval Area, Rear Admiral Sumit Veerasinghe, at the Eastern Naval Command headquarters. They held cordial discussions focused on enhancing bilateral cooperation. During the 3-day official visit, the ship's crew is scheduled to visit the important places in Sri Lanka and to participate in several special programs arranged by the Sri Lanka Navy in enhancing mutual relationship.
The final Kumbal Perahara of the Asala Maha Perahara of the Temple of the Sacred Tooth Relic paraded the streets last night.
The parade began at 6:55 a.m. auspicious time. The Department of Railways say a special train service will be implemented in line with the Asala Maha Perahara. The Randoli Perahara, which began today, will parade the streets for 5 consecutive days. The final Perahara will be held on the 25th of this month.
On to a local story for this afternoon. Now, the Government Medical Officers Association convened a media briefing in Colombo today. Speaking at the briefing, the GMOA questions the actions of the Secretary to the Ministry of Development Strategies and International Trade, headed by Minister Malik Samaravikrama. We will have more on this story on our